Hey guys, today's video is about speed, or should I say about your speedometer on your Polarna. And this may apply to other e-bikes with similar controllers on them, but basically it's for the Polarna that I did the video. Now you may notice in the video I did my speed run a few weeks ago, so I've changed a few things on my bike since then, so it looks a little bit different. But what I do have on them in the video, I actually have 5 sources of speed. I have, of course, the Polarna speedometer. I have CoolNick app, which runs off of GPS, and I have my Wahoo app, which runs off of a speed sensor. And it just so happened today that I was doing my test, the city had out one of their trailers that has a radar detector on it. So I had the radar detector from that trailer to also base my findings on. And at the end of my video, you will see where I actually took my cadence that I get off of my Wahoo and converted my cadence into miles per hour. So I had actually a 5th source to obtain the information. I've done a number of videos which I've had viewers of my videos question, how accurate was my speedometer, and having some doubt that maybe my speedometer was right. And I says, well, let me do a video just to show them how right my speedometer is. And I don't just arbitrarily spout out certain speeds unless I feel fairly confident that my information is correct. So without ado, we'll continue on to the video. I will lead out in the video showing you how to change your wheel size so that your speedometer will be accurate on your Polarna. Now this may not apply to other bikes even if you have similar controllers, but it works on my Polarna M4. That hit I and it takes you back to your entry screen for your settings. Now you go down, the next thing we do is go down to advanced settings. Okay, we'll go to advanced settings, click on that. Now we're in advanced settings. Now the first thing on the top is the wheel setting. When you go to your wheel settings, I've got mine set at 18 inches. I found out that that's the most accurate setting that I can have on this. You would think with a 20-inch you'd either have 20 or 22. They're kind of the magic numbers for 20-inch wheels. But in this particular bike, 18 seems to work. But if you wanted to change it, you could hit your enter, hit your minus. 16 is your lowest number, 28 is your highest number. So you can go from 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27.5, 28, 16, and back to 18. And that's where I have mine set. I'll be using 4 means to indicate speed: the LCD Polarna controller, the CoolNick app using GPS, the Wahoo app using speed sensor, and a roadside radar sign. Note that the radar sign does not show tenths of a mile per hour, whereas the other 3 show tenths of a mile per hour. For comparison of the radar with the other 3 speedometers, the radar may be from 1 to 9/10 of a mile per hour above its indicated speed before it goes into the next mile per hour reading. The Polarna's control setting is for an 18-inch wheel. I found that this 18-inch wheel to be the most accurate setting, even though the actual wheel size is 20-inch and the actual measurement of the wheel is 21.5-inch diameter. The Galaxy S9 to the left of the screen is using the Wahoo app, which its speed is measured using a wheel speed sensor. The Galaxy S5 at the upper middle of the screen is using CoolNick app, which its speed is determined through GPS. I will be doing 10 runs. The first 9 runs will be throttle only. Notice that the cadence is 0. The last run will be PAS9, and I will be pedaling to achieve a maximum speed run. Notice that my cadence is 90 plus RPM. I will start out in PAS mode 1, throttle only. Notice that the cadence is 0. Notice that the Polarna speedometer is slightly less than the others. Next I will be in PAS mode 2, throttle only. Notice that the Polarna speed is less than the GPS and speed sensor. Note the radar is 12 miles per hour, which can be anywhere between 12 miles per hour and 12.9 miles per hour. Next I will be in PAS 3, throttle only. Notice that the Polarna speed is still less than the GPS and speed sensor. The Polarna speed is also less than the radar. Now I'm in PAS mode 4, throttle only. Notice that the Polarna speedometer is still slightly less than the others, but all 4 are within the 16 mile per hour range. Moving on up to PAS mode 5, throttle only. Notice that the speed's around 18 and 19 miles per hour. The Polarna speedometer is at its most accuracy. This run is within 3/10 of the others. Next I will be in PAS mode 6, throttle only. All 4 speedometers are in the 21 mile/hour range. In PAS mode 5 and 6, all 4 speedometers are very close to each other. Now I'm in PAS mode 7, throttle only. Notice that the Polarna speedometer is slightly higher than the GPS and the speed sensor. The car passing screwed up the radar reading for this run. Moving on up to PAS mode 8, throttle only. At speeds above 20 miles per hour, the Polarna speedometer is slightly higher than the other speedometers. This run showed the largest spread between the 4 speedometers. Next I will be in PAS mode 9, throttle only. All 4 speedometers are in the 27 mile/hour range in this run. Finally, I will make this run in PAS mode 9 and pedaling to see what maximum speed I can achieve. Notice that my cadence is 95 RPM at the end of this run. So the Polarna does reach its advertised speed of 28 miles per hour with change left over. For a fifth verification of the top speed, I will use the maximum cadence recorded during the final speed run. Using simple math, a formula can be generated to convert the cadence RPM to speed miles per hour. Notice the speed is determined using the cadence formula is 28.28 miles per hour. It is hard to beat math when it comes to accuracy. Here's a data chart comparing the Polarna speedometer with the Coolnik app GPS speedometer and the Wahoo app speed sensor speedometer. Notice that there is only an average deviation of 0.07 miles per hour. I think that's amazing. Well guys, I appreciate y'all watching this video. I hope that y'all have learned something. If not, I hope you found it entertaining. So until next time, y'all have a nice day and be safe out there.